And this happens, ya ikhwah, sometimes in our countries. This happened to me. So sometimes if somebody calls and he is something, this happens also. So we ask our brothers who are plumbers, who are carpenters, and so on, be careful from falling into that which makes it forbidden. Sometimes, something happens in the house. It doesn't happen a lot, right? So when you call a plumber or something, you call him once a year, once every some months, right? So it's not something that is common. So if they hear that you are somebody that Kuwaiti, you're Kuwaiti, they increase the price double. They would take $30, or they would take $28 or $25. They hear you're Kuwaiti, they say $60. I'm not joking. This is what they say. Sometimes they even say $110 for something that you can do for less than $30. By the way, say 110. This actually happened to me. I asked somebody. He said, I asked somebody how much he would do it for. He said 8 KD, 8 dinars. 8 dinars is what? Is less than $30. 8 dinars is like $23 or something like that. And before him, I called somebody. I said, how much would you do it for? Do you know how much he told me? He said 35 dinars, Kuwaiti dinars. 35. 35 is $117. 117. Imagine somebody doing it for $23 or $27, and somebody doing it for 117. Huge difference. Why? He says, Wallah, he's Kuwaiti. The one who called me, he's Kuwaiti. So they increased the price. If it's somebody who's not a Kuwaiti that would call, they would lower the price. This happens in many occasions, by the way. So, and this is the example that I told you. They see someone, wallahi, they say he's rich. Khalas. I'll give you another story. And this is how a Muslim should be. A Muslim should be. Somebody told someone, I need this service from you, and I would give you something like, let's say $500. And it would be continuous as well. Like every time it is needed, then you get this. So the other party replied, he said, there's another way. That is for less than $100. That you can accumulate all of this that you will do on separate times for 500, 500, 500, and do them all in 100. This is what? Now the buyer is shocked, right? Why would you do that? Like, you could have gotten $500 or thousands of dollars actually for doing that. Why, ya ikhwah? Because you're a Muslim. And this is how the Sahaba were. One of the Sahaba, when he sent his boy to buy an animal for him, I forgot the animal, a horse or a camel or something like that. I forgot. And he wanted it for 300 or something like this. The Sahabi, the companion, went back to the seller, and he said, "You take 300 in it?" He said, "Yes." He said, "But it's worth more." "Would you take 400 in it?" He said, "It's worth more." And he kept increasing the companion until it reached 800. And he said, "Would you take 800 in it?" He said, "Yes." He wanted to sell it for 300. Now you're going to give me 800? The buyer was shocked. Apologies. The seller was shocked. And the companion, he said, "Bay'ana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam." This Sahabi, he said, "We have given our covenant to the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam bin nasiha, for sincerity and advice for every Muslim." It's not cleverness, ya ikhwa. This is the trueness. You have to be true. This is how you are as a Muslim. This is what Allah teaches you. Allahu Akbar. Yani, look how we are now, and look how the Sahaba were. Like, wallahi, like this and this. The upside down, isn't it? They came to you and told you, "La, you're selling it for less. It's worth more than that. Not even double. It's worth more than double. Not even 600. It's worth 800. Would you accept 800? He goes to you. The boy brought it. I forgot, boy or slave, brought it for 300. He went to the marketplace. He said, "You're taking 300 for it?" He said, "Yeah." He said 400, 500. Kept increasing it because he told it it's better. That's what it is worth. Now, what do? We trick the person into, right? We trick him into buying for more or selling for less. Al-mumakasa is allowed. Yes, you can go and you haggle, as you say in English, like how about, no less, $10 less, $5. This is allowed. That's not what we're saying. But when something is truly this valuable and someone, he's selling it for so cheap, you tell him from the sincerity that you have, you say, by the way, this is worth a lot more. This is worth more. Would you accept? This is how the Sahaba were, ya ikhwan. Therefore, this story that I told you, that somebody did this, he said, why you want to pay me thousands and so on? You can do it for this price that's less, even by initially, instead of 500, it's less by the fifth, and with time it's going to be less than a tenth and more as well. The other person was also shocked. But this is, ya ikhwa, sincerity. This is sincerity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and bless you. And see the difference now when in the beginning we were talking about heavily technical stuff and then we give some stories. It gives you more nashat, more energy, that now, after we finish the lesson, you go and study some more. You relax a little bit and then you go study some more, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. Bi-idhnillah tabaraka ta'ala. You don't feel that you are tired and exhausted. طيب. Because we have been here for almost 2 hours. The first lesson and this lesson as well. طيب, we stop, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.